just trying to be zen in 2019, you know what I mean? Hey guys, Lexi here, and well, I have a tendency to plan, and then plan again. I am an over planner. I like to know what the plan is. So I wanted to make a big initiative for having a mindful May because things were just moving so fast for me. Like in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's May, which means it's almost July, which is halfway through the season, which means, you know, I need to start planning mine and Hunter's off-season trip, or what are we gonna do in the off-season? And I just like need to pump the brakes. So I figured if I'm feeling this way, I'm sure there are a ton of you out there that feel exactly the same way. I also noticed that I am my happiest when I am very present in the moment and going with the flow. But you want to, for whatever reason, I don't know if I'm like conditioned to think this way, and maybe you are too, but I'm very conditioned to think that like we need to plan everything, like, or like I could have planned that better, or, you know, if only I was prepared for this. And sometimes like you gotta let go. And if this off season has taught me anything, or like this whole process of pre-agency and the off season, like I cannot plan. And honestly, when I look back on it, even though it was very like unsettling and anxious, like I was feeling a lot of those feelings during that time, I think it was a good moment for me to grow. And I can look back on it now and be like, okay, that was like major growth for me. And now I'm trying to take what I learned from that and apply it to my everyday. And so, you know, I'm just trying to slow down and really take into account like being present and being grateful for everything that's happening right now and right here. And I encourage you guys to do the same. And so I wanted to just share some things and some ways that help me do that. Being mindful, I think, is really important because for me, it lowers my stress levels. It makes me very present. It makes me appreciate the things that are actually happening around me, aimlessly just like doing things and not being present. So I don't want to be doing something and my mind is somewhere else. Happens to me a lot when I'm driving too. Like I'll drive home and then I'll get home and I'm like, wait, how did I get here? Because my mind is somewhere else. Like that's a huge chunk of time that we were not present. But also I think it gets to a point where things are happening so fast, we're so busy that we forget to just like, whoa, like let's just slow down and enjoy what's happening currently. And I know I am seriously the worst about this. Like I will plan things so much and make myself so busy that 3 weeks will go by and I'll be like, what? Like we're already in May. Like this is nuts. You guys have heard me say it before and I'm gonna say it again, but meditation, if I can encourage you guys to meditate at least 10 minutes a day, please like try it, just sit in silence. If you need an app, there's Headspace, there's Calm. I love the Calm app, so I use that a ton. She also like, she walks you through meditation, and then she like kind of teaches you something at the end about just being mindful, and I think it's super, super helpful. But Calm, really, I like love it. They also have like night stories that you can put on while you're falling asleep, and they're just like so soothing and positive and just really good. So I love the Calm app. I'll put a link below so you guys can grab it if you want it. And I gave it to all the Pinas in the Pina mail. The Calm app is seriously one of my favorites. Another way that I stay centered and mindful is, well, obviously while I'm meditating, concentrating on my breath, but then I'll try to check in with my body a couple times throughout the day. So if you're anything like me and you love your coffee, like I tend to like speed up a lot. And so that's when I know I need to just sit down and just like catch my breath, a deep breath 10 times, just to like slow my mind and my body down. That's like obviously super helpful. Another way that I stay mindful is making sure that I'm getting tons and tons of rest. So if I know I'm like speeding up and doing a ton during the day, I try to go to bed early and get a full 8 to 10 hours of sleep. I know that sounds crazy, you guys, but I know we're so used to like running off of 5 to 6, 7 hours, but if you can get that 8 to 10 when you're feeling just super busy and stressed, I just think it's so, so important for your mind and for your body, and you can bring those stress levels down. Like your mind will just like, it'll thank you for it later, I promise. Sleep is so big. I actually think the world is sometimes so cranky because we're all just sleep deprived. So if you can get in that sleep, that would be, I think you'll be like, I don't know, you're practically on your way to being the Dalai Lama. Okay, so another way that I stay mindful is I turn off my phone at a certain time. And when I say turn off, I mean like I try to just put it in the other room. So like my texts, my emails, a lot of my social media, I just feel like after a certain time on social media, like really nothing is really happening on there. Like I'm scrolling through pictures and I'm like, is this really worth me like just mindlessly scrolling? So I usually try to shut it off between like 8 and 9. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And just during the baseball season, it's hard because we stay up later. But I do try to like get off of it at like a decent time and just like, because I just know that sometimes like aimlessly like scrolling, you're just like, seriously, is this helping me or is this like, what's it doing? And I find that that like kind of centers me, and I get to do something that I enjoy more. So I'm just shifting what I'm focusing my time on. So social media, like I try to stop that at a certain time. My text, my emails, Twitter is a hard one for me to get off, but I try to do that, especially during the baseball season because I get all my updates on there. But I'm trying to be better. And so when I do that, I can definitely feel a big change, and it also like starts getting me ready for bed at night. So that's definitely one way. And also like I try to put on like the do not disturb, so texts and all that stuff don't come in and I'm not like dealing with anything. Obviously I have certain numbers that I keep for just in case there's an emergency, like with Hunter or my parents and my sister and family and stuff like that. But for the most part, I shut it down by a certain time. When I'm really good, I shut it down by 8 o'clock, but I'm not that good. I'm more of like 11 o'clock is when everything shuts down. It's funny because on the Apple one, like when you try to go to use something, especially like Safari, because like sometimes when I'm laying in bed, I like to research things, and I love when it says like you're timed out, and I'm like, remind me in 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes goes on and it tells you the reminder, you're timed out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I hit this again, like what's wrong with me? I just need to like what am I researching that's so important that needs to be done right now? Nothing. So shut it off. Just do it and you'll feel so much better. And then the last thing that I do to keep mindful is I try to do something that I really enjoy, which means like watching TV, watching a movie, going out to eat with friends. For me also right now, what I'm really loving is playing video games. I'm back on my video game kick. I feel like I go up and down for like 2 weeks hardcore, and then I'll totally just like fizzle out because I'm so busy or doing other things. So when I can get into video game time, I really just like, I enjoy it. I have fun. So just finding something that you are really enjoying and doing it for yourself and just like having fun. So like for me, it's video games, taking a bath, like, you know, catching up with someone on FaceTime at the right time of hour. Reading a book, like I love reading all my Oprah books. Whatever that might be, just doing something that you truly enjoy, I think really just like, it gets you present, it makes you happy, it makes you feel good. And I think this year we should all concentrate on just following what makes us happy, making sure that we're doing stuff that we really enjoy. Like I love making YouTube videos. I love connecting with you guys. This is like my most favorite thing ever. This keeps me present. Like I can talk to you guys about real problems, real things. And you guys, I'm not an expert on this. I just like to share with you guys things that are making my life a little bit easier and making sure that we just like, you know, we take care of ourselves so we can take care of others. So take a moment, sit back, get quiet, and look at what you might need. Sitting in quiet can be really scary, but I think if you do it and you do it often, you'll really figure out like what you need as a person. I love that meme that says like, we're all like house plants, because we need the water, we need the sunlight, we need time to just rest and photosynthesize, you know what I mean? That's what we have to be. I appreciate you guys listening to me rant on about mindfulness because I know I need it, and I'm trying so hard to start this movement for May, and I hope you guys join me. I'm definitely doing the meditation. I'm on like 7 days straight, which is so awesome for me. I actually told Hunter, like, Hunter, I'm on my 7th day of meditation, and I go, isn't that awesome? And he goes, yeah, try doing that, but like for like 10 years. That's where I'm at. And I'm like, whoa, you're so zen. He's next level zen, I get it, but definitely goals. So I'm just proud of myself for getting the 7 days uninterrupted. I'm gonna try to keep it going for as long as possible and enjoy this journey of just pumping the brakes, because I know I can get wrapped up in my own head and activities and over planning and not really like scheduled downtime for myself and doing things that I enjoy because I'm so worried about being at this event or, you know, not going to the game or what, you know, who I haven't connected with, or I just like, you know, sometimes I just gotta like slow down, it'll all work out, and trust in the process. So thank you guys for listening. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have meditated or what you do to stay present and mindful, and if it's helped you, if it hasn't helped you. I'm really looking to start this conversation because I think it's so important that we all take time for ourselves, like I said. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, let me know in the comments below if you guys are practicing a mindful May. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please be sure to hit that subscribe button because we post videos here every single week and I don't want you to miss one. See you guys in the chat. Bye.